On to some election news now. New Hampshire does not have an official date yet for its presidential primary, but the deadline for candidates to enter has just come and gone. Local 22's Mike Hoey joins us now with a look at who met it and who didn't. Good evening, Mike.
Well, Glenn, good evening to you. The New Hampshire Secretary of State's website still lists the date of the primary, even tonight, as to be determined, but it's widely expected to take place on Tuesday, February 11th. Regardless of the date, we now know who's on the ballot and who isn't, since the filing deadline was 5 p.m. today. New Jersey Democratic Senator Cory Booker has just met the New Hampshire deadline, filing his campaign papers in Concord today. When Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren turned in her paperwork at the state capitol on Wednesday, she may have taken a shot at the late entry to the Democratic race of former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, a billionaire many times over.
When I've been talking about how we can make this country work better, not just for those at the top, I've noticed that billionaires go on TV and cry. Other billionaires encourage their billionaire buddies to jump into the race.
Bloomberg has missed the New Hampshire deadline by choice. He's also skipping the three other earliest voting states, Iowa, Nevada, and South Carolina. Warren's remark may also have been pointed at former Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick, who'd been rumored to be launching a Democratic presidential campaign of his own before he filed in the Granite State yesterday. Until 2 days ago, Patrick had spent the last few years working for the private investment firm co-founded by his immediate predecessor as Massachusetts governor, 2012 Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney. Patrick is the first person to kick off a presidential campaign by filing in the Granite State since the ill-fated Gary Hart did so in 1987. Two Republican challengers to President Trump of note have filed in New Hampshire since Wednesday, former Massachusetts Governor Bill Weld and former Illinois Congressman Joe Walsh. Former South Carolina Congressman and Governor Mark Sanford had been expected to join them, but he dropped out of the race 3 days ago. The winner of every presidential election since 1952 has always finished either first or second in their party's New Hampshire primary. Now, New Hampshire state law requires the Granite State's presidential primary to be the first one in the nation. In order to maintain that status, it's been held as early as the week after New Year's at times. Live in the studio, Mike Hoey, Local 22 News.
Thank you, Mike. Tonight in private